Welcome to Collective Worship. Today we're going to be looking at the topic of how we can encourage one another. As always, we're going to start off with a game. There's going to be a picture that pops up on the screen for 3 seconds and then it disappears. I want you to vote on what you can see in the picture. So what did you see? Stand up if you saw an old lady, sit down if you saw a young lady. And here's the picture again. Okay, your next one. Stand up if you saw a duck, sit down if you saw a rabbit. And here's the picture again. Number 3. Stand up if you saw a lady under a tree, sit down if you saw a man's face. And here's the picture again. And your last one, I bet you've all seen this. Stand up if the dress was white and gold, sit down if the dress was blue and black. Here's the picture again. I always find those pictures really interesting. How one person can look at a picture and see one thing, and then another person can look at exactly the same picture and see something completely different. Have you ever had that? One person, maybe someone you live with, sees you in one way, but maybe your friends at school see you in another way. Maybe your teachers see you one way and your family see you another way. Now, when I talk about seeing someone, I don't mean seeing the way that someone looks. I'm talking about seeing someone as a person, seeing what they're like, how they act and the things that they do. Whether they're kind to people or not, whether they work hard or not, whether they've got a bad temper or not. Do you find that different people in your life see you in different ways? Now, as we think about the way that different people see us, it's really important to reflect on the way we choose to see other people. I sometimes feel like it's really easy to point out bad things in people. Things that people have done wrong, things that people have said that we don't like or done that we don't like. It's really easy and we can be really quick to notice those things and point them out. But how quick are we to notice and point out the things that people do right? The good things that someone has done? Yeah, no one is perfect. No one's going to get things right all the time. But do you think you're quick to notice when someone does something good and point it out and encourage it? Have a quick discussion and try and be honest. Do you think you're someone who is quicker to notice bad things or quicker to notice good things in other people? Our Bible verse for today says this: speak encouraging words to one another. Now, no one in this school is perfect, are they? You're not perfect, I'm not perfect, no teacher is perfect, and no student is perfect. So who are we going to be? Are we going to be a school of people who look out for those imperfections and point them out? Point out when someone gets on your nerves or does something you don't like? Or are we going to be a community of people who look for the good and look for opportunities to speak encouraging words to one another? Think of the word encourage. It's got the word courage in it. So when you encourage someone, you are literally giving them courage. And that as you point out those good things and encourage them in what they're doing, those things will come out more. Those good things will grow in that person. So have a quick chat with your teacher and with your class. How can you encourage someone today? Encouraging someone doesn't have to be complicated. It could be something as simple as saying, well done, Good job. I see that you're trying really hard. You've made a really good point there. Thanks for all that you've done. Thanks for being a good friend. Thanks for helping me out. I enjoy sitting next to you in lesson. I hope you have a good weekend. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Something as simple as going up to your teacher after the lesson and saying, "Thanks, miss. Thanks, sir. Thanks for today." It could be complimenting those who work in the canteen on how hard they work to get you your breakfast and your lunch. Encouraging one another means being really careful about the words that we choose to use on social media. Do the words you use online point out the bad things that you see, or do they point out the good things that you see? Encouraging one another could mean going home tonight and promising yourself that every word you use online when you send a message to someone or comment on someone's post is going to be a positive, encouraging one that brings out the good in that person and doesn't point out the bad. Think about what kind of community we could be if we all looked for the good in each other and encouraged one another. We're going to finish today's collective worship with a short time of prayer. You may want to repeat these words after me, or maybe you just want to sit quietly or say them along in your head. That's fine too. So we say together, God, thank you that you encourage me. Open my eyes to see the good things in other people, and not just to focus on their faults. I pray that those around me wouldn't just point out my faults, but they would see the good in me too. Help me to be encouraging. Help me to say encouraging words to everyone. At home, in school, and on social media. I pray that we would be a school community who encourage one another. Amen.